Hey, this is Andrew from AJS Woodworks, and in this video I'm going to show how to remove the intake manifold off of a 2003 through 2007 Honda Accord, either for the purposes of replacing the intake manifold gasket or for just replacing the entire intake manifold. Keep in mind that I've already removed the air intake off of my vehicle, so you'll need to do that before you start these next steps. Now that you have your intake manifold removed, you can take off the old gasket here, and I picked up a new genuine Honda gasket. I will link this in the description below so you can easily purchase it, but we'll go ahead and put this one on. Before you put on the new gasket, make sure that the surface is clean. So take a rag and wipe it off. Make sure you have a completely clean mating surface, and then you can put on the new gasket. You want to pay attention to how the old gasket was oriented when you took it off. These flat tabs are facing up, and then the rounded smaller end of the tab is facing down. So we'll go ahead and put our new one on. So we can just lower this onto the top of the engine, lining up our two studs. Now it's completely seated here on top of the engine. We have all the bolts lined up, and now you can go ahead and start putting these in. You can shift it around until they line up with the holes underneath, and then go ahead and start tightening them up. I'm going to use this 12mm socket here, and I'm just going to get them to where they are down close to being snug but not quite there, and then I'm going to torque them in a crisscross pattern. Now you also have these two nuts that go on, and they just go on the studs. So one in the front here, and this one off in the back. And these are also 12s. So I'll tighten these up. Here we have the torque wrench set up and ready to go at 16 foot-pounds. Alright, got those all torqued down, and now we can put on the top plate. Just lowers over the studs like this. Then you can put your bolts back in. And now your intake manifold is completely bolted on, and you can start reattaching all the accessories. So we'll start by putting this back on. You can slide this tube here back on, and as well as its clamp. So we'll plug this back in here. Alright, now everything's reattached to your intake manifold. You can go ahead and reattach your air intake to your throttle body and put the plastic cover on the front there, and you're good to go.